Well, hello Australia, I'm Ant Sharwood from news.com.au, and some bloke just walked in here off the street. I believe his name is Ryan, surname Kwanten. How are you, Ryan?
Ant, pleasure. Very well, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. How long have you been?
Some bloke.
Well, some dude.
No, I like that. I like that.
Some dude in black wearing a... Is that vampire jewellery, Ryan?
Yeah, they're the last 3 people I killed, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Do you feel bad about that? Or,
Not at all.
Are
Not at all.
you
Look at
totally...
this.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Is that what Hollywood's done to you? It's just made you a cold cipher of a human being. You used to care about people, but now you're caught up in the machine, and you just, not only are you a vampire, it's all about you.
Yeah, emotion, I'm devoid of it.
Yeah, right. That's horrible when that happens.
Mum's disowned me.
Yeah, well, that happens to us all at some point. It's a growing up thing, actually. It can be quite good. But anyway, look. How's it going? What's next after True Blood? You're leaving that behind. We all loved
Retiring.
Well, yeah.
Never to work again. Hoping that someone will employ me. No, look, man. It's been a busy sort of 6 months since I left the show. Sort of recording the voice of Blinky Bill, which is sort of obviously everyone knows is a huge Australian icon.
Give us some koala.
Well, it's a very high pitched voice. You know, he's up in that kind of a range. You know, so I got to make sure I don't drink too much the night before.
I always thought koalas would have a sort of gravelly voice from eating gum leaves. And
my dad, who is it that plays my dad in this? It's Richard Roxburgh.
Oh, right.
So he has the gravelly voice.
I read that you once parked your bike in Steven Spielberg's parking spot. Would he whack you over the head with a prop from insert Spielberg film?
No, it's just one of those sort of rare. It was at the time when I was trying to make ends meet, and I didn't have a car, so I was on a push bike, turned up to, an audition, and it was in this sort of eco-friendly DreamWorks lot, and they don't have any sort of real sort of poles to be able to tie your bike up to, so I just sort of put it on this sort of makeshift sort of wood banner, and went in, waiting for the audition. Some assistant came running in and said, someone's parked in Mr. Spielberg's spot. Well, someone's in trouble. And he goes, well, it's a bicycle. Does anyone here ride a bicycle? And, yeah, it's me. He's grabbed me by the wrist. As I'm unlocking my bike, I look over and there's Spielberg in his big SUV, sort of obviously not too happy that this young Aussie rogue had decided to park his bike almost in protest and wrap his chain around the S. Spielberg.
Were you riding a bike to work in LA because you were broke, or was that a fitness thing?
Kind of a little bit of both.
Yeah.
The bus system isn't the best there,
Yeah.
but when you don't sort of have the means to kind of get anywhere, you kind of have to take 3 or 4 buses and then put your bike on the buses and do whatever you can to kind of pay the rent at that particular time. That was 12 years ago, so yeah.
I understand. Having sex with a male vampire must have been just a terrific day to go to work.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just get blessed with great writing.
When the script comes, do you just go, come on guys, what are you doing? Or do you just go, okay.
Well, more often than not, I would read the script, sort of laugh at it, and then sort of think, oh, thank God, this Jason guy really gets into trouble in this particular episode, and then sort of, scratch my head at the end of reading it and sort of say, hang on a second, I am this guy. I've got to actually put this into fruition now and make this work. But look, Jason was such a rambunctious character that he really just sort of jumped into everything with no real thought.
You've been to LA, you've made it. Did people really say, don't go, Ryan, who do you think you are?
I mean, you get your naysayers with everything, but more, I think, they're usually the people that end up motivating you.
Yeah, but people always talk about these mystery naysayers. Are they real? Do they exist? Do they have names?
Well, I'm not going to name them, but yeah, they do have names.
Yeah, okay. And when you come back to Australia and you've got mates from the old neighbourhood in Sydney,
yeah.
Is it easy to catch up with people? I've always wondered when someone's really made it in America, can you actually relate? I mean, you're obviously a pretty personable, down-to-earth, typical Aussie, but does it still work? Can you still see your old mates and just catch up?
Oh, I certainly bloody hope so, yeah. I mean, that's why I make a sort of a pretty concerted effort to get back here as much as I can, and give back to the industry that helped start my career. So whether it means coming back to shoot an Aussie film or to catch up with some old friends, whether they be school friends or work friends, I think that's that's just part of who I am.
We believe there's love in your life now. You described love as mutual weirdness. Do you stand by that? What does that mean? Much like True Blood, I think it's important to I think everyone's got a little bit of weird in them. Whether you choose to suppress it or not, I think it's kind of, for me personally, it's better to kind of embrace that fact. And I'm lucky that I'm in a profession where weird is celebrated. Yeah. Is there ever a chance? I interview a lot of sports people, and they hit this rich vein of form, and they think, I've found me. This is me, and then they lose it. Is there ever a chance you could lose you? Do you have to remind yourself, wake up in the morning and tell yourself something, so you don't lose that sort of true you?
Sure, but you also have to sort of be smart enough to surround yourself with the kind of people who are going to sort of knock you back down to size. I think I'd be skinned alive by my mum and dad and my friends if I even started to if it got to my head.
Okay. Well, you won't be skinned alive here on news.com.au and elsewhere today. Thanks, Ryan, for dropping by.